usual, I'm gonna go through how a positioning of the squats before we get to it. So remember, for day 2, we're gonna do 1 minute of that plank and then 2 air squats. And that's all you got today. I know, isn't that awesome? Anyway, so when we think of a squat, we wanna think of a squat as your feet positioned about hip width apart, okay? It's a hinging movement here, so I'm just kind of explaining this. If this is all new to you and maybe you're still not comfortable with squats, I would recommend that maybe grab a chair, okay? Everyone's squat position will be different. Grab a chair and almost pretend like you're tapping down into a chair, squat into a chair, and then lifting yourself up. Starting off that way if you need to, okay? But I want you to start off with your feet about hip width apart. If you need to, depending on our hip structures, everybody's different. You can turn those feet just a little bit to the outside, about 11 and 1 o'clock here, okay? And I want you to focus on thinking of that squat as hinging at the hips. The hips hinge first, you push back, your knees drive out, then you come into your squat, and then you bring yourself back up. Squeezing into the glutes. So the reason why I want to start with that hip action is because we want to make sure that your glutes are turned on, because that's your driving force here. So you hinge at the hip, keep your chest lifted, and then maybe your hands can come forward, or maybe you have a chair, and then you just tap back into that chair if you need to, all right? Pushing those knees out, all right, team? So we're gonna bring yourself into that squat, and bring yourself back up. Bring yourself into that squat, and bring yourself up. Your squat range is going to differ for everybody. So make sure that you are, you listen to your body, make sure you're warmed up before you get into these movements as well. And so day 2, we're gonna start off with 1 minute of a plank and then 2 air squats. And that's all you got to do today, all right, team? So we're gonna go in about 5 seconds, starting with that plank position. Remember, from the toes or from the knees. If you need to go back to that plank video, please do that. And then we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Let us hold that high plank or elbow plank, and let's come right into position again. Remember, elbows stacked underneath the shoulders, or wrist stacked underneath the shoulders, okay? And of course, if you want a little bit of an advanced movement, which I did not show in day 1, you can always bring one foot on top of the other, and then when we're halfway through, you can switch to the other side, and I will let you know when we're halfway through here, okay? And just hold. Remember, keep your head in line with the spine. Halfway through here, team. If you want, you can switch those legs. And keep everything nice and tight. Remember, full body engagement here. Good job, team. We're almost there. We're almost there. Breathe. We've got 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring ourselves back up. We're going to come into those air squats, all right? So again, find that positioning on your feet. Whatever the case may be, you start with that hinge at the hips, and then sit back into your air squat. We only have 2 of those. Let's get right into it. We squat, we hold, right? We squat, and then we lift. And that's it. That's all. All right? Easy peasy, right? Anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions. Throw your comments below. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Super easy. Can't wait for day 3. So day 3, it's gonna start getting a little spicier. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.